Namaskaram. I am Saravanan. We had a few questions about whether we can breathe through the mouth. If you look at certain people, some people breathe like this. Ask them to inhale. Have you seen people breathing like this? Yeah. There were a few questions also in our comment section about how to breathe. Can you breathe through the mouth? So first we should understand how a baby breathes. Just see how a baby breathes. The navel will gently expand on inhale and gently contract on exhale. So what is actually happening? The breath actually starts in the abdomen, because that is where we grew from. We grew from the navel of the mother. Yes or no? The umbilical cord, the connection with the mother. So that is where life begins. So, though we breathe through the nose, the breath goes into the lungs and does all the work. The initiation, the beginning of the breath starts from somewhere around the navel. And the right way to breathe is focus on your navel and inhale. If you do that, automatically the nose will be a pipe to conduct the breath. That's the function of the nose. The function of the nose is not to... Why? If you breathe like that, what happens? You will find immediately pressure in your lungs. There will be no abdominal breathing. And the quantum of breath that goes inside will be very less. And you will actually be for using only, I would say, top or the middle part of the lungs. If you look at people who are very anxious and stressed, and even I have also worked with some children who are autistic, diagnosed as autistic or ADHD. If you look at their breathing, they will breathe like this. Anxious people, that's a problem. If we can correct this one thing, there will be a lot of change that happens in life. All you need to do is focus on the abdomen, see the abdomen pulling, opening up, drawing the diaphragm down, pushing the breath inside, and exhaling from the lower abdomen. If you do that, your nose is going to be relaxed, stress-free. The lungs will expand well, and the ribcage also will be exercising well. This is one healthy way to begin abdominal breathing. Some people breathe through the mouth. When breath goes into the mouth, a lot of air goes into the stomach. And that actually can lead to many other complications. Because breath has to go into the lungs along with oxygen. The lungs have to oxygenate the blood, and the lung is the one that pushes out the carbon dioxide. That's what the breathing is. Now, when it comes to breathing through the mouth, which normally happens, you need to reverse it. Especially when people sleep, you will find most people snore or they keep their mouth open when they sleep. That is basically because this passage somewhere gets constricted, because the body needs breath. Yes, the body needs breath. When there is no breath, then automatically the mouth opens and you start breathing. And when you start breathing, it gets some oxygen, some air actually goes into the lungs also, but most of it goes into the stomach, the abdominal area. So, during waking hours, if you can practice right breath work, keeping your mouth closed, keeping your nose relaxed, keeping your shoulders relaxed. If you do this, I would say 20-25 times every 2 to 3 hours, you are actually exercising the muscles and training the muscles to breathe right. There are some people who breathe like this. Even there, you will get a lot of pressure in this area and in this chest area. We are not looking at that. Chest is something which you need not consciously move. You just sit, focus on your navel, the abdominal area, keep your mouth closed, inhale. Automatically you will find the abdomen expanding, the upper abdomen expanding, the middle of the lungs expanding, and the chest is the one which, the top of the shoulder is the one that gets expanded last. So, otherwise what happens? You start moving the chest first, the abdomen actually goes inside. Then, as I told before, the lungs may not expand well. On the other hand, you do like this, Gently the lower lung, the middle lung and the upper lung. The proper sequence. And when you exhale, the whole thing collapses. And they start taking rest. The heart is very safe because you are not touching the heart. You are not moving the heart in a big way. You are just using the abdomen. Actually, when you breathe like this, I'm telling you, 10 to 20 times every 2 hours, the most significant aspect of this is you will become calm. You will become calm. It is not that you need to be anxious to practice this or you need to be burnt out to practice this. There something else is given. You need to do more work. But by default, please understand, we generate more than 100 thoughts per minute. More than 100 thoughts per minute. But when you become conscious and the number of breaths come down, automatically the churning of the mind comes down. When the churning of the mind comes down, the number of unconscious thoughts also come down. It's very important. Very recently I had a person who is into athlete. He's an athlete, he's a fighter. He said, I was watching that guy because he was supposed to, he's progressing, he's a national player. So there was one guy whom he did not see in all the other championships. And in this one particular game, he saw him. He was defeating everybody just like that. So internally, he had a thought, if I beat this one guy, then automatically I can win. And I will win the medal, gold medal. He ended up with a bronze medal actually because in the semi-final, he actually met this guy. The thing is, he was aware of only one thought. The thought was, if I beat this guy, I'll go to the final. But please understand, this thought is the only thought which I am aware of. But internally, hundreds of thoughts would have come. And when he actually did work with him using hypnosis, when he went into the state, he realized that before that thought came, there was fear and what will happen to me? Can I win? What will happen if I lose? These are the thoughts that came up because of the fear inside. Fear is an emotion, as I told you, that is emotion that comes automatically. Automatically, if you do not have control over the mind, okay, it happens. But the moment it happens, it also generates thoughts around it. And these thoughts we are not aware of. And the moment these thoughts come in, they create an inner reality inside. When all these things are created automatically, the thought that I need to win him will have less power. One easy way to reduce the number of thoughts that happen unconsciously is slowing the mind so that the mind becomes more still. This abdominal breathing. Just train yourself. Train yourself. Every hour, just spend even 2 minutes if you spend, it's enough. 2 minutes. Or every 3 hours, 5 minutes. You will slowly train your body to be relaxed, your abdomen to breathe right. Then you will also oxygenate the lungs well. When you do that, the mind becomes still. Please understand, you have a conscious mind, you have an unconscious mind. You cannot directly control the unconscious mind. But by doing the right breath work, you can create a distance between the conscious and the unconscious mind. You can place the breath or the stillness or the part of the mind that is not corrupted by memory inside. And that mind will start supporting the conscious mind, and the unnecessary thoughts, the unnecessary emotions that get generated in the subconscious mind will slowly come down, and this part of the mind will start getting more support. Good. Thank you very much. Please practice right breathing. And if you have any doubts, you can put it in the comment section. We'll be happy to reply.